what would be something that happened to you that would just like drop my jaw?
I was kidnapped.
At what age?
I was like 15.
What happened? How'd you get kidnapped?
You know, you always think don't nobody else go through what you go through, or...
So, I mean, what was the stuff you went through? Like, what would you be doing when you wasn't having sex? What would you be doing? And how would you be fed? Would you take showers? I have so many questions. Okay, so I'm gonna ask a tough question. The audience is gonna hate me for it, but this is my style of interviewing, right? And I just have to ask, I guess, during that time, was there any time when... What's up, YouTube? Marcus IRL, my new channel, a behind-the-scenes peek into my life as a dad, a content creator, and a man. Make sure you subscribe, turn on post notifications, because I'm going to be going live, and you never know what you might see. So go subscribe now. Marcus IRL. Now, back to the content. What's up, YouTube? Atlanta Street Interviews out here with another one. So we got a young lady with us today. How you doing today, miss?
Hello.
All right. So, are you homeless?
Yeah.
Okay, and so how old are you?
39.
39, and so how long have you been homeless?
Since I came to Georgia.
How long has that been?
Like 3 years.
3 years. And so what made you come here? What made you come to Georgia?
My baby daddy.
Okay, so did you follow him here or y'all came here at the same time?
I used to live here like 15 years ago, and I left when I got pregnant.
Okay.
And we lost contact. We found each other again. He told me to come, I came.
Okay, you brought the child as well?
Later on.
Okay. And so how old is the kid now?
He'll be 16 in June.
16, okay. Yeah, I got an almost 16-year-old. So I know about that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how many kids do you have?
2.
Okay, so 16, the other one's how old?
13.
13, okay. Same dad or different dads?
Different.
Okay, got you. All right, so what was it that happened? I mean, like, we came here 3 years ago. Why were we automatically homeless?
Because hotel life.
Hotel life is the expensive way to live. I tell everybody that. That's like luxury living, you know what I'm saying? Except it's just not. But the cost of it is, you know?
Right.
And then a lot of times, if you don't have like a stove and things like that, you got to buy food on the street. All that stuff costs money. So, okay, so I guess did you just come here like kind of without a plan or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to get into that. Hey, by the way, do this real quick. The big soup coolers you got. All right, and so we're going to get into that. Have you ever been married?
No.
No? Okay. All right, so you decided to come here. Where were you coming from?
Milwaukee.
Okay, man, shout out Milwaukee. Little Chicago. That's what I call it, Little Chicago. Okay, is that where you're from?
Yeah.
All right, so let's just start from the beginning. So, all right, where you from? Milwaukee. Shout out Milwaukee. Shout it on out. Shout the whole state of Wisconsin all day.
Wisconsin, Milwaukee.
Yep. All day, that Midwest all day.
Shoot the blade.
Hey, shout it out. You already know.
Ghost town.
All right, and so growing up in Milwaukee, did you have both mom and dad in the household?
No.
Who'd you grow up with?
My mom.
Just mom? Was he like active and present or?
Hell no.
Okay, so just not really there at all? Okay, did you have brothers and sisters?
Yeah.
How many?
In all actuality, I got like 15 sisters and 2 brothers.
So out of the ones that you grew up in the house with?
I only grew up with 2 of my sisters and 1 of my brothers.
Okay, where were you in the birth order?
I'm the last.
So you were the baby?
Yeah.
Okay. So growing up, would you say you had like a fairly normal childhood?
For me, yeah.
Yeah. Hold on now. What does that mean?
It was normal for me.
Well, why normal for you, but maybe not normal for other people?
You know, you always think don't nobody else go through what you go through, or...
So, I mean, what was the stuff you went through?
I was a runaway.
What age?
I think I started running away like 14.
14? So, whenever I hear runaway, automatic red flags jump in my head. And so I have to ask, okay, well, was there ever any like sexual assaults or anything like that you went through?
Yeah.
Was that the reason why you was running away?
Kinda. Mostly because like my mom was strict, so I would try to like sneak and have a little fun. And then once I did that and realized like, oh shit, I'm supposed to be home. Mama gonna whoop my ass when I get there. I might as well kick
Just
it.
stay out, right?
Right.
Okay.
And then a couple hours turned to a couple days turned to a week, and
Would she be like putting out missing persons and stuff like
she
that?
has before. She has before.
So, and you say that started around 14?
Mm-hmm.
So when would you say the sexual assaults or whatever started? What age was that? When was the first time?
First time I was like 4.
4?
I was fondled.
Okay. I'm sorry to hear about that. Was that a one-time thing or was it like ongoing?
It was a one-time thing. A lot of different shit happened.
What was like the worst of it? Because I imagine it escalated to...
My dad touching me.
So you did, I guess, know your dad or get to meet him at some point. I'm sorry to hear about that. As a dad, I'm sorry to hear about that. What age did that occur?
I was like 4.
Oh, so was that your dad that you were talking about that?
That fondled me.
Okay. Was that something that you like remember?
Very traumatic. That sent me through a whole lot of stuff. Like, imagine being a little kid having dreams about statues grabbing you and you and shit.
You went through all that. How do you think that affected you growing up?
I just wanted to be loved by somebody.
So okay. So your dad, was he like active and then he did that, or was he like not that active and then when you did get to see him, that's what happened?
He was around a little bit. Then him and mama got into it. She wanted to leave her alone. He used to fight my mama.
Okay.
So then mama wanted him away from her.
Right.
And my auntie was babysitting me one day and he came and no, that was a nighttime. This one time she was at home and he was moving me from my mama's bed into my bed. He did it. And I told my auntie that morning.
What was her reaction?
We went upstairs to my other auntie and told her and called my mama.
And then what happened?
My mama called the police.
Ooh. So did he end up serving time for that?
No, because the dad said since I was a little kid, it would be his word against mine.
How did that make you feel?
What's the point of telling?
So then I guess when it happened later on in life, did you like tell and stuff like that?
Not really. I eventually told about stuff, but I felt like what's the point of telling?
So like,
But it just made me feel like it's my fault.
what would be something that happened to you that would just like drop my jaw?
I was kidnapped.
At what age?
I was like 15.
What happened? How'd you get kidnapped?
These guys snatched me into their car. Cause I had one of them times that I was late going home.
Right, like kind of a runaway type deal.
Yeah. And they pulled over, talked to me, and they snatched me in their car. They was making me have sex with everybody in the house.
So wait, did they like say something to you to get you to come over to the car, or did they just like pull up on you?
Normal thing, like, hey, come here. And
Okay, so just like basic, like, hey, come here real quick. You know what I'm saying? That type of deal.
yeah, me thinking I'm just cute or something.
And they like snatched you.
Yeah.
What was you like in that moment? What was you thinking?
I really kind of blocked it out.
Hold on real quick. Miss, give us a second, all right? All right, give us a second. I don't really need you that close. It's kind of like, we on Glenwood, so, you know, I got to make sure I'm good. We on Glenwood. But yeah, what was like, because I can't imagine, like, that's like a movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's...
My life, your entertainment.
Well, it's not, but what I'm saying is that the thought of getting kidnapped in that way, just like snatched and put into a vehicle. What were you thinking in that moment? Like, did you think they was gonna kill you, or like, what did you think was gonna happen?
I was just blank. I was blank because it's like, it's unbelievable. Like, is this a prank or like what?
Wow. Were these guys like older, or were they like kind of close to your age, maybe older teenagers type deal?
Older teenagers.
Oof. How many guys are we talking about?
It was like 4.
You say 4? And so how long did they keep you in that? How long did they keep you in that situation?
For like a month or 2.
What? Well, hold on. Okay. You were like, did they just keep you like chained up, or how did they keep you there for a month?
Because like, it's like they had a mama there, but like she was in and out. It was like a duplex house, so they had me up in the upstairs house, and they was boys, so the mama like basically let them do what the hell they wanted to do. And the grandma was downstairs, but she was, you know, elderly and shit. She couldn't move, but so they would just have their friends come over and like
have sex with you.
Yeah, I was the party, and when I didn't want to, they would beat me up.
So were you like having sex like every day type deal, or like were there some days where you would just be like chilling, and like what would you be doing when you wasn't having sex? What would you be doing, and how would you be fed? Would you take showers? I have so many questions. Like,
I mean, it wasn't all like, you know, the movies where you are dirty and in a dungeon or some shit like that. I mean, these ain't white folks. We were still teenagers, so they still don't want nothing stinking.
Right. So you took showers and stuff. I guess they just bought you food upstairs, and
and after a while, it was just like, I'm here.
So you was just like, I guess in your head, you just resigned yourself to the fact that it was happening, and you was comfortable enough, I guess.
Right, and just, hey, just keep looking for the opportunity
to leave.
And then,
how did that situation end? How did that situation?
Because they were trying to get me to suck somebody's dick, and I wouldn't. And they had some girls there, and they told the girl to beat me up. And the girl was like, y'all ain't gonna let her hit me, is y'all? Like, the girl was scared. She thought I was gonna beat her up. So she wanted to make sure that they wasn't gonna let me beat her up. So during the fight, I kind of shoved out of it and, you know, ran for the dump.
What? And then what'd you do?
Just ran till I was around, like, on the main street or some shit.
What's up, big dog? Don't walk up on me like that, man. You're a little too close, man. Back up. I don't like people walking on me like that. Yeah, dude want to walk right, Clay. He walked a little too close. He could have walked off. But anyway. All right, so that's what I'm saying. Like, when you left there, did you go home? Did you go to the police? Like, what happened?
I ran to my sister's house.
And what happened? Tell me, like, how did this...
And just so happened my mama was there because they was getting ready to start going to look for me.
So your mom was at your sister's house. Okay, did y'all call the police, or what like happened? That's like, sounds like that's serious. Like,
well, my mama gangster, so first thing was she was trying to round up some folks. They was gonna cocktail the house, and you know, mama, you know how that joke when mama dialed one number and all their phones rang?
Right.
One of them type things. Mama was ready to take care of it. Mama, she's like, you know.
Okay, but then what actually ended up happening? Like, did anything happen to those guys?
I didn't know their names.
But you didn't know where they lived?
It was only one person I knew where they stayed at the house I was at. And then they could have kind of him because he was a teenager.
Okay. Okay.
I wanted to show you,
my boy. All right. Okay. So, wow. See, you went through a lot growing up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now your hand's like normal for me.
I get it. So, I mean, because how long have we been doing sex work? I mean, it sounds like, you know, sex stuff has been kind of just a part of your life the whole time. When did we officially start doing it, like, for money or whatever?
A little bit after that.
Do you think that made you like devalue yourself a little bit?
Probably. I just wasn't recognizing it.
I'm gonna ask a tough question, right? What is that? That's that freak shit right there. See, so that's that freak shit. Okay, so I'm gonna ask a tough question. The audience is gonna hate me for it, but this is my style of interviewing, right? And I just have to ask, I guess, during that time, was there any time when like your body went against you and you did enjoy the sex that was happening or whatever? Like with any of those guys or whatever like that? Like, did you like get into like maybe a little crush with one of them or anything like that?
Crush? Nah, but there was time where like I feel like, is there something wrong with me because
You was enjoying it?
right, and I shouldn't be.
Like to the point of orgasm type deal?
Like your body can't help what your body like.
Yeah. No, I've heard that before. That's why I ask these kind of tougher questions. Most people won't ask, but that's why I ask, right? It's just everything is such a mixed bag in life. You know what I'm saying? Nothing's black or white. It's normally a shade of gray. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. On that note, if anybody out there did want to reach out, help or donate, do you have a way they can do that? Do you have social media, Cash App, anything like that?
Tell what they contact you, you find me.
I can't do that. I interview too many people to do that. I would basically be just delivering money all day. But man, you ain't got no Cash App or nothing?
No, my Cash
What's your Instagram?
I'm not into all
Oh
that.
Lord. All right, I get it.
Hey, but I'm on Glenwood.
On Glenwood, she on Glenwood on that east side all day.
285.
Y'all come check out.
285
Don't
flea
check
market.
out. All right, well look, we really appreciate you taking the time, answering all of our questions. And we definitely wish you nothing but the best, okay?
Thank you.
Make sure you have a good one, sweetie.
All right.
All right.